Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and today we're going to talk about a phone that has been recently launched in China. The name of the phone is the Xiaomi Mi 6X. Now this is the successor to the Xiaomi Mi 5X, and the reason we should be excited is because the Mi 5X launched in India last year with Android One as the Mi A1, and a lot of you loved it to the core, especially the camera and the software experience. Although it is launched with MIUI 9.5 and Android 8 in China, and the specs are very exciting because the processor and everything else is just awesome. So that is what we're going to talk about in today's video, and we will have a look at the images of this phone as well. Now before we begin, here's a card to our latest giveaway, which gives you a chance to win the splendid Redmi Note 5 Pro once we make it to 10,000 subscribers. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell icon so that you get notified every time I upload a brand new video. Apart from this, if motorbikes are your thing and speed gets you excited and you like travel destinations and stuff like that, here's a card to my second channel, that is Kratos 390. I upload every alternate day over there. The channel has just begun, so the uploads will be slow, but I'm pretty sure you will love the content on that one too. Now without further ado, hello awesome people, my name is Kailash. Welcome to Smartphone Tutorials. Let's talk about the Mi 6X. So yes, it's finally launched, the Mi 6X, and that is what we're going to talk about today. Now, as I said, this may be the successor to the Mi A1, and that is the reason it is a very interesting device. Now, let's start with the build quality and design of this particular device. Now, this design of this particular phone looks very inspired from the Redmi Note 5 Pro, which is very well received in India and China, and probably all the markets that it has been launched in. Reason being, when you look at the front of this particular phone, it is having a 18:9 5.99 inch full HD plus display. It might be in all possibility the same display that was used on the Redmi Note 5 Pro. Now this is a huge improvement over last year's Mi A1, which had very thick bezels, so the screen to body ratio is even better, and you have very thin bezels at the top and at the bottom, so the phone at the front looks very modern and very slick. Now going to the back of the phone, you have a dual camera setup just like the Redmi Note 5 Pro, and you also have a fingerprint scanner which is mounted at the center. The antenna lines are very well hidden, so Xiaomi have gone all metal with this particular phone, and the design looks brilliant just like the Redmi Note 5 Pro. At the bottom and the top, you have usual stuff like the IR blaster, and at the bottom you have a 3.5mm jack, the speaker, but the main highlight here is the USB-C port. So that is one feedback that Xiaomi seems to have accepted and implemented from their consumers about the Mi A1. That is not all. The USB Type-C port supports USB fast charging, that is Qualcomm Quick Charge 3.0. That means 50% battery in 30 minutes. Apart from this, talking about the internals, running the show is a Snapdragon 660 with 8 Cryo cores and Adreno 512 for graphics. Now this is a very good performing chip, and in the 600 series this is one of the best chips and the top tier, because this is a Snapdragon 660 which we saw in the Mi Note 3 and the Oppo R11. Now this gives you almost flagship level performance with good battery life as well. Xiaomi have thrown 3 different options for this particular phone: 4GB of RAM with 64GB of internal storage, 6GB of RAM with 64GB of internal storage, and 6GB of RAM with 128GB of internal storage. So if this phone comes to India as a Mi A2 with 6GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage, it would be amazing to see this phone in this design with this spec running Android One, because it would just fly and it would be an awesome performer. Talking about the software, this phone comes with Android 8 and MIUI 9.5. That is for China. In India, it might come with Android One, and Xiaomi seems to have confirmed that as well. Apart from this, the battery capacity has gone down. It is 3000-ish mAh, and that is a slight disappointment, because in 2018 I would have preferred a slightly thicker phone. I mean, I'm okay with my Redmi Note 5 Pro. I don't find it thick at all, although it has a 4000 mAh battery. So I don't understand, if one formula is working for you, Xiaomi, why would you reduce on the battery life? Nonetheless, you have provided us with Quick Charge 3.0, so that should work well. Now talking about the cameras, guys, on the rear, we have a 12 plus 20 megapixel dual camera setup. The primary is a 12 megapixel Sony IMX486 sensor with 1.25 micron size pixel and a f1.75 aperture. And the secondary camera is a 20 megapixel IMX376 sensor with 2 micron size pixels and 1.75 aperture. Now, if this sounds similar to you, this setup is very similar to the Black Shark gaming phone that they recently launched. Now, talking about the front camera, we have a 20 megapixel sensor which is also having a front selfie flash. Now, talking about the software features here, you have the regular beauty mode. Now, Xiaomi has also joined the AI or artificial bandwagon with scene modes, that is, auto detecting scene modes based on artificial intelligence. Then you have the pro mode, you have the portrait mode, and all the other modes that are usually available on the Note 5 Pro and stuff like that. Apart from this phone is running MIUI 9, as I said earlier, with all the usual goodies that MIUI 9 offers. It comes with face unlock, so that is another good thing. And now the most important thing that matters in India, let's get to the pricing. Talking about the pricing, well, these are Chinese prices that we are talking about, and if you convert them to Indian rate, this is what it should come to. The base model, that is 464 variant, is launched at 1599 yuan or 17,000 Indian rupees, and the 664 variant is launched at 1799 yuan, that is 1799 yuan or 19,000 Indian rupees, and the top variant, that is 6 gigabytes and 128 gigabytes of internal storage, is launched for 1999 yuan or 21,000 Indian rupees. If you are from the United States, that's $250, $270 and $315 approximately. So that is everything about the Xiaomi Mi 6X, and what I would like to know here is that if it is launched in India at these prices as the Mi A2 with Android One, would you pick it or not? Let me know in the comments section. At the same time, I have been doing a lot of custom ROM videos and a lot of MIUI videos as well, so my audience would definitely be split into two halves. So I would like to know from you guys. Here's a poll. Let me know if you prefer MIUI as your primary operating system or stock Android, which is powered by Android One and runs flawlessly. So when this phone comes to India, it will be a lot of fun, and pure Android with this particular configuration, as I said earlier, would be amazing to use, especially with those great cameras in the mix. Now, that is everything about the Mi 6X or maybe the Mi A2. We will see that soon. For now, this is Kailash signing off at Smartphone Tutorials. Stay tuned because there's a lot of exciting stuff coming up on this channel. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.